Today I want to introduce the PIDEA program for you. I have read, this is an educational syllabus proposed by the American Educational Board. Okay, and the author of this syllabus is Mortimer J. Adler, and he presented this syllabus to the public. Okay, and the publication company and date is Macmillan Publishing Company. It was published in 1984. Then let's look at this program, this syllabus, one by one. So the goal of the PIDEA program is to overcome the elitism of our school system. Do you know the elitism? That means, for example, for many years, the purpose of college education is to produce very excellent and outstanding graduates. That is accessible only for a few children, or only for a few students who have the talent to go to college, to complete his or her degree. Do you understand? So that kind of school system is called elitism. That means the chance is only applicable for the chance is only accessible for a few people. Okay, to overcome the elitism of our school system and to improve the quality of basic schooling and to make that quality accessible to all our children. That means everybody has a chance to go to college, go to school. So make the chance equal for every children. And then there are 5 beliefs in the PIDEA program, the educational syllabus. The first goal or the first belief is that all children are educatable. And educable, all have the human right to become educated. That means everyone is equal. Everyone has equal chance to get the best education. And the second belief in this program is that learning occurs as a lifelong process in people's life. Okay, for example, when you complete your college degree or when you complete any formal schooling, that doesn't mean that your learning is finished. Okay, learning occurs in the whole life. In the person's whole life. And the third belief is that the primary cause of learning is the activity of learner's own mind. That means this educational syllabus values learner's own thinking, learner's own creative ability to make the meaning of the world. Okay, and the teacher is only the second cause that can foster learners' learning. Teachers can only facilitate learners' learning, but the primary cause of learning is the learner himself or herself. Okay, and the fourth belief is that coaching and discussing are both more important than teacher lecturing. So in traditional classroom, we know that teacher often stand in front of all the students, stand in front of the classroom and lecturing, okay, speaking all the time, and every student sitting, okay, and just listening to the teacher's lecturing. But in this program, in this syllabus, it is believed that the coaching and discussing are more important. Coaching, that means a way that teacher helps his or her students to learn better, okay? To help his or her students to figure out his or her problem and to help his or her students to find a way to solve the problem, okay? And discussing, we know discussing, right? The small group discussion, okay? And the fifth belief is that being a good citizen and living a full life are more important than earning a living. So actually, these are the two objectives of our modern education in this educational syllabus. The least important goal is that earning a living. That means through the education and a person can have an ability to earn some money to support his or her life. Okay, so that is the basic goal, the basic ability for a person. And actually these two, being a good citizen and living a full life, are more important than just earning a living. Okay, being a good citizen. For example, maybe in this education program, it values how to make the students a healthy, competent, moral human being. Okay, it not just emphasizes the students' academic ability, but also emphasizes students' emotional and moral side. Okay, how to educate our children a good citizen and living a full life. That means living a living a colorful life. Living a colorful life. In this goal, there is also some emotional or psychological aspect. Okay, in this, so we should pay attention to the emotional and psychological aspects of our children. Okay, and these are the 5 beliefs. And in this PIDEA program, in this educational syllabus, the proposal committee put forward a 3-column diagram for our education, and in this diagram, it answers what is to be learned, why is to be learned, and how is to be learned. Okay, for example, what is to be learned, that it concerns about the content or the goal of the education, right? And why is to be learned, the importance of this program, and how is to be learned, the different ways that children can learn. Okay, and and this program, the committee proposed 3 different methods of instruction. The first one is didactic teaching. That is the traditional methods of teachers lecturing. Okay, and the second one is coaching. That is the ways teachers help the students to cope with the problem. Okay, to find a solution to the problem. And the third method of instruction is questioning and seminar discussion. Questioning. Okay, so how teachers can design his or her question and arise his or her students' creative thinking. And seminar discussion. Okay, group discussion. Okay, let's look at this one by one. And this is a photocopy of this 3-column diagram of this syllabus. Let's look at it one by one. Column 1, column 2, column 3. In column 1, okay, let's look at this level. This is the goal of the education. In column 1, the goal of the education is acquisition of organized knowledge. Okay, and in column 2, the goal of the education is development of intellectual skills and skills of learning. And in column 3, the goal is enlarged understanding of ideas and values. So you can see that the 3 columns is a kind of progress from column 1 to column 3, right? Okay, so in column 1, the means, how do we reach this goal? The means is that in column 1, by means of didactic instruction and lectures and responses, okay, and textbooks and other aids in 3 areas of subject matter. Okay, so in column 1, the means of this education is only through the teacher's didactic teaching, and in column 2, the mean is, let's look at, is used by means of coaching, right? And in column 3, by means of memetic or Socratic questioning and active participation. So we can see that these three instructions is displayed in these three columns. And let's look at here. And here is the areas, operations, and activities. For example, that means that what subjects in the schooling, for what subjects in the schooling can we use this type of teaching, okay, this kind of means. For example, in the let's look at language, literature, and the fine arts, mathematics, and natural science, history, geography, and social studies. Okay, that means in these fields, it's best for teachers to use the didactic teaching, okay, to instruct their students. And in column 2, let's look at it. In the operations of reading, writing, speaking, listening, and calculating, problem solving, observing, measuring, estimating, exercising critical judgment. Okay, so when teachers want to teach their students in these aspects of this kind of abilities, teachers can use the coaching method. And there's third column, for example, discussion of books and other works of art, and involvement in artistic activities, music, drama, visual arts. Okay, for teaching these subjects, teacher can organize some classroom discussions or seminar discussions. Okay, so that's the 3-column diagram. And okay, and the committee proposed that when teacher coach his or her student, we have to pay attention to these 7 points. The first point is that when coaching our students, teacher have to know his or her students well. Okay, and the coaching best occurs in 1-to-1. For example, one teacher and one student. But the program also suggests that coaching can also happen when teacher coaches 3 or 5 or more, even more students, if under the assumption that if these students have the same problem, have the same difficulty in their learning. Okay, in this circumstance, teacher can coach the students simultaneously, and the coaching, the subject of coaching, or the source of coaching is we have to use the students' own homework, in which we can see the students' difficulties and errors, right? And the coaching, the teacher can. The third point is that teacher should provide the feedback to their students immediately, as soon as possible. Okay, if the students have some difficulties, teacher can help him notice these difficulties and help him solve these difficulties immediately. In this way, the students can learn better. And teacher should pay attention to the shrewd criticism. That means, for example, that means teacher should be skillful in his or her, when his or her coaches his students. For example, if teachers just tell the students what is his or her problem, but not inspire the students how to solve the problem, is not effective. And if the teacher use very sharp words, okay, to criticize his or her students' homework, that will discourage his or her students. So teacher should use tactic or shrewd criticism when coaching his or her students. And the 5th point is that different subjects at different levels need coaching according to the situation. Okay, need coaching more or less. And the 6th point is that the drill is necessary. For example, when teacher teach his or her students something, students have to practice and practice again. And sometimes the drill can be boring and just boring for his or her student, but it's useful. And then the coaching can appear most effectively in the small class. Okay, it's smaller. If the smaller the class is, the better the effect is. Okay, and the educational board also committee point out some some points when discussing the seminar discussion. For example, when we discuss seminar discussions, we should pay attention to these 2 points. The first one is classroom size. The same as the coaching, the seminar discussion, we shouldn't have, we shouldn't, how to say, it is not effective in the very large classroom. Okay, it is not effective in the very large classroom. For example, if there are more than 50 or 60 or over 100 students in the classroom, teacher cannot organize a classroom discussion, right? And sometimes the teacher will lose control of the classroom. Okay, and the classroom management. When we do seminar discussion among students, that means the chairs and desks shouldn't be placed in rows and rows. Okay, that means, yeah. And if the desks and chairs can be put in this way, in the horseshoe. Do you know this is a horseshoe? Horseshoe, do you know? Do you know a horse? Do you know horse, an animal? Horse. Okay, and horseshoe. Have you ever noticed a horseshoe? It is a U-shaped, right?
Yeah. I got it.
Right? So that means that when we organize seminar discussions, teachers should arrange the desks and chairs in a horseshoe. Okay, horseshoe form. In this kind of arrangement, teachers and students can communicate with each other more effectively, and every student can see their classmates very clearly, right? And actively participate in the discussion. And if the students sit in the rows and rows of fixed desks and chairs, all we can see is the back of our class, is the back head of our classmates, right? And we can't see the expression, and we can't see what our classmates say very clearly. So it's not effective. Okay, when we discuss the seminar discussions, it's better to use a horseshoe method to arrange the desks and chairs. Okay.